Hey folks, today is Friday, July 8th, 2016. My name is Jake Baldino, here every Friday to talk about cool gaming stuff that happened. So first thing we have to talk about is Xbox One backwards compatibility for Red Dead Redemption. That's going live today. It's there. I saw it. Thank God. It's what we've all kind of been asking for. It would be nice on PlayStation 4, and I still want a PC version, and I also want Red Dead Redemption 2, or whatever the hell it's going to be called. But I will take what I can get, because I know what I'm doing this weekend. I'm replaying that bad boy. And side note, if you don't actually own the physical disc anymore, you can actually just go on the Xbox Live Marketplace and buy a copy. So that's the thing, and since we are talking about Xbox, let's jump right into some Xbox One S news. According to a Microsoft spokesperson, it will actually officially upscale 1080p to 4K. So that's food for thought if you're concerned about that type of thing, and if you're looking at an Xbox One S, apparently it's going to have a little bit more utility than you thought. And I don't know if you guys know this, but the hotness this week is definitely Pokemon Go. We made a before you buy or before you play type video for it, and I have a lot of mixed thoughts about it. In concept, it's like super cool, but it's kind of half-baked, and it's not the Pokemon game we all really wanted. But there's a lot coming out because the game is so popular, even with mainstream folks. I had some guy I knew from high school messaged me on Facebook the other day to let me know that he took over my gym, and that was weird, but everybody's playing this game, and it's leading to a ton of stories, especially on Reddit. There's all these stories about people making new friends, wandering in the woods to find Pokemon, wandering into bad neighborhoods and possibly getting threatened, but also there's another great story of someone wandering into a bad neighborhood and just making friends and finding an onyx. There's a couple really cool stories to come out of this, so I linked them down in the description, as well as everything else I talk about this week. But we do need to talk about the rampant server issues for this game. First of all, it's not even live for everyone yet. Folks in Canada don't have it yet. Apparently they will soon. But server issues are the biggest thing here. Niantic has publicly spoken out about how they are working on the issues. I really wish they should have anticipated the demand here. It's Pokemon. The buzz has been huge since the thing was announced. Hello. But the only advice I can really give to you guys for getting around the server issues, first of all, you can't really get around server issues because if the server doesn't work, the game won't work for you. But restarting the app is your friend. That will fix a lot of the problems that you will encounter in terms of bugs and connection issues. I've been playing this game a ton, even though it's not like super fulfilling, but I'm curious to see if they make the game better overall. But speaking of things from some of our childhood, I had to share this with you guys. Okay, so somebody has a Microsoft HoloLens, a developer prototype where, they only give it out to select developers to start developing software for, and for some reason, this guy decided to make an augmented reality YuGiOh game. Why would, of all things, like no one man should have all that power. YuGiOh, what is this? What are you doing? You could make anything in the world with the amazing HoloLens augmented reality technology, and you make the YuGiOh app and summon a fucking Blue Eyes, what is it? What are they called?
He's got Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field. He's got Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon off in his hand. He's gonna wreck some shop.
Okay.
It's gonna fuck some shit up.
YuGiOh fan. I was more of a Magic fan, but okay, hey, you know what? And in some other news, Turtle Rock Studios, the guys behind Evolve, have announced that they are going free to play, so that's a thing. It's also technically going back into beta, so the product was an alpha, a beta, then the full release, and now it's back to beta. All right, cool, whatever, dudes. And here's something that we stumbled across just before that we have to talk about. This user, Feroz Khan, actually beat Dark Souls 3 without getting hit. And this is always really fun to watch, so I included this for you guys because this is fucking crazy. First of all, I hate him. The rules were 0 hit, no bows, no shield, no magic, no save quits, and no exploiting glitches. And he did it, and he live streamed it, and I think it's amazing that he fucking talked the whole time. How could you speak and talk and entertain with viewers while also concentrating like crazy on a game like Dark Souls? I don't know. He should have my job. Just give him my job. Whatever, I quit. I'm shutting down gameranx. And briefly for you PC folks, the 480 is a thing, and now the 1060 is definitely a thing after a bunch of leaks, and the specs do kind of catch up to what is the equivalent of a 980. So if you are looking to upgrade your PC graphics and you're looking for something in the realm of kind of affordable, these can be your best bet. And according to some leaked benchmarks, the 1060 definitely outperforms the 480, so take that for what you will. Something that I did think was really cool because I get excited over like weird experimental ideas was this leaked prototype demo for Call of Duty Roman Wars, which was apparently going to be a thing, which is very interesting. The story behind it is very cool. Apparently in 2008, Activision and Call of Duty, their dick was getting really big about Call of Duty, so they put out a call for developers to pitch them new experimental Call of Duty ideas. And Vicarious Visions at the time presented Activision with a Call of Duty first-person Roman fighting game with first-person sword and shield combat. Apparently they took a look look, and they were interested, but ultimately they didn't move forward with it. Activision has actually released a statement recently saying that, and then they moved on to pitch to Ubisoft, making it a bigger, more fleshed out third-person action game. And it's really interesting and really funny to see, especially considering they were gunning for this to be one of the first PlayStation 4, Xbox One games. And I guess they're glad they didn't, because Rise: Son of Rome came out, and that was okay. That game was kind of awesome a little bit.
Wasn't it just like a QTE game?
No, it wasn't. It was really cool. Yeah, I guess it was. Call of Duty Roman Wars would have been the one that kicked off and saw new, different, weird areas of Call of Duty, but instead they decided to just go with Advanced Warfare. You know, that's where we're at now. This next topic, I don't really know how to tackle it. I'm sure a lot of you guys have been following it because people really love the YouTube drama bullshit. But this one is very interesting, and there are a lot of ramifications behind it, okay? You guys probably know the story by now, but in short, CSGO Lotto was a website where people are allowed to gamble for CSGO weapon skins and stuff like that, and YouTubers were showing it off and like getting people to go there, but they didn't disclose that they actually owned the website. So they make a video and just be like, hey, I found this website, I don't know, when like you actually own it and you're profiteering off of it, and it's like kind of like pushing gambling to kids, and like it's just all really shady. It's been an ongoing thing now in terms of actual legal ramifications, and also just the reputation of these YouTubers, most notably Pro Syndicate and T Martin. Guys who honestly I never really cared about them, but this is just very interesting in terms of their audience, and it's just about, you have to think about content creators, and at the end of the day, you have to really make sure you trust no one. Game Informer has spoke to the FTC because, you know, according to law, you are supposed to disclose when you're sponsored or there's any type of ownership or anything like that going on. They didn't do any of this, and apparently they do know about it, and they're probably definitely looking into it, which means you're gonna see more restrictions on YouTube, because, you know what, they should fucking follow the law. We follow the law. Now these guys are uploading apology videos. Like T Martin uploaded a really half-assed one in his mansion, kind of blaming people for misunderstanding the situation, and then he ended up being a bitch and taking it down. So with this whole issue, I can't say much more than what has already been said, other than just realize that influence is a big and powerful thing. And some of these YouTubers have so much influence, and this isn't maybe necessarily for the older viewers, but for the younger viewers, that's a powerful thing. And these YouTubers can use this influence unchecked, and I think that's an issue. A little transparency goes a long way. This shit is like the complete opposite of something like Linus Tech Tips, where they just released a video breaking down how they make every single individual dollar. Just always be careful with who you trust and who you watch, because watching somebody all the time and trusting them is one thing, but when it comes to actually using your dollars and your actual money, make sure you know what you're paying for. And on a more happy note, Resident Evil 4 is finally coming for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Speaking of knowing where to spend your money, how many times have I bought Resident Evil? How many Resident Evil 4s do you own? I have GameCube, PlayStation 2, Wii. Xbox 360. Wii, they did do it on Wii.
The Wii version was real good.
I have a shitty iPhone version. It's releasing digitally on August 30th, which is actually earlier than expected, and I'm looking forward to it. I want to play through it again. I have bought it for like every fucking console, but one more jump into one of the best games. I'm all for it. And speaking of video games and stuff, and if you actually did sit through this video for the entire time, check out my channel, youtube.com/becausevideogames. I kind of just run my mouth about video games and movies all day. I'm putting up a new video about Pokemon Go because I have a lot more to say about it, even though I kind of hate it. And since more people are coming around over there, we just hit 50,000 subscribers. I'm going to do a Q&A and give away some free shit, so that's going to be cool. And now it is time. The reason you guys all come around is not to see my pretty face, but to see who won the giveaway. Every week, there's a giveaway. There's a link below. You click it once, you enter once, and you're signed up forever. So then every single week I close my eyes, I go in, I randomly pick a winner to win a free game of their choice. FYI, this has to be a game that is currently released. So this week's winner is... You're a lucky bastard. Check your email, check your spam. I'm going to be contacting you soon so we can find out how to send you some free fucking video games. But that is it this week. There's a lot of things we have to talk about in the comments. I want to hear from you guys. How do you feel about Pokemon Go? And how do you feel about this Call of Duty Roman Wars? Do you feel like that could have went in other directions and we could have gotten other cool spin-off Call of Duty games? What is your take on the whole CSGO Lotto nonsense? And most importantly, what are you playing this weekend? I know I'm definitely firing up Red Dead Redemption once again. I'm also going to finish Inside, but I want to know what you guys are playing this weekend, because that's what this is all about, right? For 2 weeks in a row, almost 1 million people have watched this show. That is the craziest thing I have ever even imagined in my entire life. So I want to say thank you guys so much for stopping by. It's the best. I'll see you guys next Friday. You guys know the deal. Clicking the like button helps us out so much on this video, and we really appreciate it. And if this is your first time here, subscribing is a good idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, I'm Jake Baldino. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Pizza's on me. And it actually will be. If you see me in real life, out on the street, I will buy you pizza. That's the real deal.